So a TLDR, because you guys have already said you don't know who Thorin is. I kind of hinted at it earlier. He is one of the longest running esports personalities in, well, obviously esports. He majors. What the fuck? His main games he participates in is LCS, League of Legends, and then anything Counter-Strike. He is a part owner in Flashpoint, which I believe is a tournament organizer for Counter-Strike. Maybe other esports, but definitely Flashpoint does Counter-Strike events. He is a part owner in Flashpoint GG. And that was one of the issues he was having with some of the people. I can't remember who. I think it was 100 Thieves, because 100 Thieves pulled out of his league. And I think he was being super petty to 100 Thieves members on Twitter about their organization pulling out of his league because they just couldn't play in his league. I mean, you know, they're in different fucking continents as far as I'm aware, but as I said earlier, he is the Max Kellerman, the Colin Cowherd of esports. He has really hot takes, he has really bad takes, he's a very polarizing personality, but he also does not present his things in the most professional of manners, as you could tell by what he was tweeting, because he was tweeting about 14-year-olds masturbating, ball sacks, and JCap having a massive forehead.
What the fuck?
Yes, he was tweeting about... He asked Courage how Nadeshot's ball sack smelled. He made a tweet about him making a tweet being a 37-year-old man, the 26-year-old COD base replying to him, and then the 14-year-olds that masturbate into 100 Thieves jerseys replying and defending the COD players.
God damn.
Yeah, he has very bad takes. He has very hot takes. He likes to stir controversy. He's very edgy. But the only thing about this entire thing with Thorin doesn't really have to do with him. It has to do with Aaron Create. Aaron Create's take about no one in the Counter-Strike community liking Thorin was a very biased and very emotional tweet because he was defending Hitch, obviously. That's not true. There are a lot of people in the Counter-Strike community that respect Thorin. Whether he's one of those people, Aaron being, that's obviously not the case, but to say that nobody likes Thorin is just a completely asinine statement. That is the only defense I'll really give to Thorin. So, with that said, TJ, did you see any of the tweets that he was saying?
I'm reading some of them right now.
I'm reading some of them too.
The ones that are the most polarizing, in my opinion, the Hitch one, I don't know where the fuck that came out of. I don't know why that one.
Did he just pull that out of his ass?
I don't know what his issue with Hitch is. The one theory that I saw on Esports Talks podcast is that whenever Optic was in Counter-Strike, I think they also pulled out a Flashpoint. They didn't want to compete in Thorin's league, so I think there's a little bit of animosity between Thorin and Optic Gaming in that sense, and they kind of just came after Hitch of all people. I don't know why. The Hitch tweet was definitely the worst take that Thorin had all day.
Yeah.
The other tweets, he made so many tweets about JCap being ugly. The only good tweet that Thorin had, 2 tweets, I'll give him 2 tweets, was the one where he photoshopped JCap into being one of the Easter Island statues because his forehead is so big. And then the other tweet he had about what does Optic and Eminem have in common. They haven't been the same since Infinite. Those are the only 2 tweets I'll give him credit for having any brain activity put into.
Wait, what was the second one?
What do Optic Gaming and Eminem have in common? They have not been the same since Infinite. Infinite being Eminem's old record label.
I know.
I'm explaining for TJ.
No, I got it.
Well, then I'm explaining for the fucking viewers.
Explain for the viewers.
Infinite being Eminem's old record label, and then Infinite Esports, the company we were just talking about that used to own Optic Gaming. Where was the one tweet? He replied to Simp, because Simp replied to him saying, he quote tweeted something saying, this man's actually having a breakdown on the timeline, someone get him help. And then Thorin quote tweeted Simp and said, lad, you're so young, you were probably conceived to as to face down, ass up. That's the way I like to fuck.
Well, I'm trying to find it.
Bro, this is
fucking
so
great.
messy. You can't even follow the thread of tweets because they were all quote tweets. You just
Right.
kind of have to see them.
Can somebody send me this?
The tweet that I just talked about?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a sec. I'll find it. Oh, dude, 5 hours ago, Thorin made a video about this. It turns out the COD scene has no banter. Bro, that wasn't banter. That was you just being... Here's the tweet. It's in maintenance.
I mean, simp when like a guy double my age is subtweeting me with roasts, LMFAO. And then he said, "You seem really proud of being able to count so high." Second time you mentioned it.
Dude, if you look through the replies in any of these tweets, they're just screenshots of fucking Clay and Formal flipping people off. Like, homie, I don't know what I get you do Counter-Strike and like LCS and like those communities aren't very active on social media. You're coming at the wrong fucking community.
Right.
Like us COD creatures, we live on Twitter.
Hold up. I got this. I go, so it starts off with Thorin saying, broke 37-year-old posting a funny joke. Woke 26-year-old posting hold this L. Bespoke. I'm not even gonna say this out loud.
It's the 14-year-old thing I said earlier to you.
Yeah. And then Simp goes to say we are witnessing a breakdown on the TL. And then he goes and says, "Lad, you're so young, you probably concede to the sound of face down ass."
It would have been 20 times better if he just said phase down.
We did in a
that smart.
hashtag, but
Oh, okay.
That is the hashtag at the end of it, but still.
I don't get it.
I don't know what provoked it.
Listen, I
No.
understand you're respected in the community and stuff, or in the CS:GO community. But if you're an asshole, you're an asshole.
Dude, I think one of the funniest things about this, before we hop into the Hitch thing, because the Hitch thing is going to be like a 20-minute discussion. Richard Lewis is in the same line of work as Thorin, except Richard Lewis is actually respected on more fronts than him, and he's way more professional. Richard Lewis kept getting clumped in with Thorin, saying like Thorin and Richard Lewis are like the worst people in esports, and Richard Lewis is like, why the fuck are you guys talking about me?
Like, I didn't do shit.
Because Richard Lewis and Sadicus, we talked about Sadicus, the Counter-Strike caster, on episode 1 of this podcast, because I was talking about him being one of my favorite commentators basically ever in anything, sports, esports, announcers at like arenas, whatever. I really enjoy Matthew Sadicus Trevette as a commentator. He actually came to Thorin's defense on Optic Creates tweet, which I think has since been deleted, so I don't think we can find it. Alright. Are you guys ready for the Hitch tweet?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, so Thorin at 5:51 p.m. my time, March 1st, 2021. Y'all ever hear about some loser hack filmmaker whose claim to fame was creating mindless content for 14-year-olds fast on their way to diabetes? I heard he was eventually able to hitch a ride from some much bigger and more talented people in the scene.
Okay.
What? When did he tweet this?
March 1st, 2021 at 5:51 p.m.
Yeah.
And then he replies to his own tweet with some follow-ups. I think at Hitch a Ride had the best sense of humor out of all the COD folk. I was bantering last night, seemed to get the jokes, kept it light. He seemed to get the jokes and kept it light. I had him confused with Hutchinson from a past encounter who I thought was unlocked by mistake. Scratch that, turns out he is indeed another moron. So either way, He's claiming to attack Hutch.
Yeah.
Hutch was never a filmmaker. I think he's just trying to cover his own ass at that point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think he was trying to cover his ass and then went back on it.
So let's get this straight. What was the exact word? Loser hack filmmaker. I didn't realize that loser hack filmmakers won back-to-back Videographer of the Year's awards.
Right.
I didn't realize that.
And make one of the best documentary series ever.
That's crazy.
Esports.
Poor little loser hack filmmaker Hitch, who only made his claim to fame by making Call of Duty content on Optic Gaming, beat out top-tiered esports organizations who'd play in actual esports. That's crazy. Hitch, what's the fucking secret, bro? What gaming chair do you have?
Trying to figure that out.
I don't get that. Like, where is this coming from?
I don't know, man. I'm still trying to find the tweet.
I'm good. Okay, let's play devil's advocate for a second. Even if he did mean Hutch, why the fuck is he attacking Hutch?
Right.
He's coming at the he's coming at the COD community. Like, Hutch plays COD. I wouldn't consider him in the CDL community that he's been attacking this entire time.
But I would see him attacking Hitch from that.
I mean, he's been attacking people all fucking night. Like, even if this statement is ridiculous and asinine, him attacking Hitch makes more sense than him attacking Hutch.
You're right.
I still don't know where he got the loser hack filmmaker. Some of the videos Hitch produced on the Optic Gaming channel have more views than like half of Thorin's shit put together.
Right.
Not to mention the stuff he did for the Counter-Strike team. Also, let's throw this out there because this was another like minor topic in this entire thing. The Counter-Strike personalities are convinced that Optic Gaming had little impact on the Counter-Strike scene. Like, I get that in the sense Optic wasn't the biggest name in Counter-Strike. They are responsible for like one of the biggest upsets in Counter-Strike history, though. We're not going to just breeze by that. Even if I'm a biased Optic fan, we're not going to sit here and pretend that Optic team that won E-League Season 2, that wasn't one of the biggest upsets in this history of this game.
Yeah, I think the whole Thorin shit's just fucking stupid.
Like, the best case scenario, Thorin was just having too much alcohol.
He
should have had his phone taken away. I mean, it's a good way to do it. The COD community's always going to bite back.
Yeah.
But, like, what the fuck? I just can't wrap my head around the Hitch one.
He said he was just trying to get his interactions up. He wanted to feel important for a little while.
I'd also like to point out that Hitch's reply to this tweet was he tweeted 2 trophy emojis and a shrugging emoji, and that was the entire response. This is so...
whatever works.
Like, I don't think there's anything else I can say on it. This is one of the dumbest tweets I've ever fucking seen.
I don't even want to talk about it. Like, it's that stupid.
And since this also happened on Monday, the same day as the Courage Hastro, JCap Hastro stuff, so Hex couldn't reply to this either. And Thorin is on record saying that Hex is one of the best owners, if not the best owner in esports. So I would have loved to have heard that interaction, or what he would have said about Hex had Hex replied. Because Thorin is on record already saying that Hex is the best. He's the top of the top. He's a class act in esports. That's so... Dude, just whatever. Hold these 2 trophies. I wish he would have came with Scump. I would have loved to see that.
Oh, dude.
No.
Or fucking Nade, even.
I mean, did Nade Shot reply? I didn't see. I want to see if Nade Shot had any reaction to the Nade Shot's ballsack tweet. Like, yeah, Jack, how's it smell?
I just don't care. I don't know who this person is. I don't care who this person is. Like, I hope he had his fun.
Well, I mean, I hope he gets on the desk for champs.
No. No.
I hope he gets
That was
on the
all
desk.
March 1st, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Formal would literally rip him to shreds.
Formal now would probably ask if he could touch his PP. Let's be honest now.
Formal would just troll him.
Yeah.
Like tier list esports personalities. Thorin, god tier.
Hex tweeted something about, okay, I'm back. What did I miss? And Nate Shot said nothing we're not already used to. But that was about it.
And then Formal would be doing his little explanation. He's like, "Bro, we put Thorin in god tier, right? No more shit talking for the rest of the year. Keep putting them down our entire organs." Man, I love Formal. The greatest thing to ever happen was Formal moved to Texas, and I refuse to be told otherwise.
Who's on Florida? Slacked? Dirty objective player. Who else is on this team? Awakening? People think he's cheating. Get him S tier.
Which also, what was really sad was that was the first time Chicago has beaten Florida in the CDL.
Yeah, dude, I can't believe they beat an S tier team. But without that, dude, there's not a lot else to talk. I'm speechless on most of this stuff. I've already said it's asinine. It's not worth our time to talk about. We've expressed
it was fun talking. It was fun talking about the COD stuff, but
the COD stuff was like, I could justify that being actual banter, except for the twit longer, which spilled a lot of fucking tea. That could have been justified to banter. The Thorin stuff is just a fucking, like, someone who just had too many drinks and wanted attention. He's like the fucking X that won't go away. And I still feel like the explanation that the Esports Talks guys gave, that he was just upset that Phase 100T and Optic all pulled out a Flashpoint,